On February 17 in 1861, two men stood on the edge of history, each about to lead a divided nation into its bloodiest conflict. 2 weeks apart, two inaugurations took place. On February 18, 1861, Jefferson Davis was sworn in as the first, and only, President of the Confederate States of America. Then on March 4, 1861, Abraham Lincoln took the oath of office as President of the United States of America. 2 presidents. 2 governments. 1 continent on the brink of war. What's fascinating is that at the time, many people believed Jefferson Davis was far more qualified to lead. Let's compare their resumes. Both men were born in Kentucky, about 100 miles and 8 months apart. But that's where the similarities end. Jefferson Davis had what looked like the perfect background for wartime leadership. He graduated from West Point, America's elite military academy. He served with distinction in the Mexican-American War and was hailed as a hero. He went on to become a long-serving U.S. Senator and later Secretary of War. In that role, he modernized the Army and earned a reputation as a capable administrator. By 1861, Davis had executive experience, military credibility, and deep connections in government. To many observers, both in America and abroad, he looked every bit the statesman. Now look at Abraham Lincoln. Lincoln had no college degree. He was largely self-educated. He had served just 1 2-year term in Congress, and that had been 12 years earlier. He had no meaningful military experience. He had never held executive office. No governorship. No cabinet post. No command. On paper, Lincoln seemed outmatched. European observers especially doubted him. How could this prairie lawyer possibly stand against a seasoned military hero like Davis? But history doesn't judge leaders by résumés alone. It judges them by results. Within weeks of their inaugurations, the nation exploded into the Civil War. Fort Sumter fell. Armies mobilized. Brothers fought brothers. And now the true test began. Jefferson Davis faced enormous challenges, building a new government from scratch, organizing an army, managing scarce resources, and holding together fiercely independent southern states that believed strongly in states' rights, even against their own central government. Davis often struggled with delegation. He involved himself deeply in military strategy, sometimes clashing with his generals. Political infighting plagued his administration. Economic hardship and internal dissent weakened the Confederacy over time. Meanwhile, Abraham Lincoln was learning on the job. He made mistakes, serious ones. Early Union generals failed repeatedly. Casualties mounted. Critics attacked him from all sides. Some thought he was too cautious, others thought he was too radical. But Lincoln possessed something that doesn't show up on a résumé: political genius. He built a team of rivals, appointing former opponents to his cabinet. He listened carefully before making decisions. He communicated directly with the public in clear, powerful language. And most importantly, he understood the moral and political stakes of the war. In 1863, he issued the Emancipation Proclamation, transforming the war from a fight merely to preserve the Union into a battle against slavery itself. That decision reshaped global opinion and prevented European powers from recognizing the Confederacy. As the war dragged on, Lincoln's steady leadership held the North together. By 1865, the Confederacy collapsed. Jefferson Davis fled Richmond as Union forces closed in. He was eventually captured and imprisoned. His presidency ended in defeat and the dissolution of the government he led. Abraham Lincoln, meanwhile, had preserved the Union and overseen the beginning of slavery's destruction in the United States. Though he would be assassinated just days after the war's end, his legacy was already sealed. Today, Lincoln is widely regarded as one of the greatest presidents in American history, often ranked number 1. Jefferson Davis is generally viewed as an ineffective leader who failed to unite his government or secure victory. So what does this tell us? In 1861, if you compared their credentials alone, Jefferson Davis looked like the obvious choice. Military hero. Experienced senator. Former Secretary of War. Abraham Lincoln? Self-taught lawyer. Minimal political experience. No military background. But leadership is more than titles and training. It's judgment under pressure. It's moral clarity in crisis. It's the ability to inspire people through their darkest hours. History didn't reward the stronger résumé. It rewarded the stronger leader. And that's why, more than 160 years later, we remember one name as a symbol of unity and freedom, while the other is remembered as the president of a rebellion that failed. 2 men born in the same state. 2 inaugurations weeks apart. 2 very different legacies. Sometimes, the underdog writes history.